comes to reality radio, everyone is a star.
I know that's right.
On your smooth soul and R&B station. On the World Wide Web.
Access granted.
In Touch Radio.
The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host, guests, and callers who are responsible for their content and do not reflect the opinions of In Touch Radio or its staff.
And we are live, and you can watch us on www.intouchnews.com. You can see us there, and you can listen to the show. Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay. Welcome to the Stay Woke Show. We've been off the air for a couple of years. I am Dr. Michelle Williams, along with my co-host,
Walter Dunn.
And, honey, we are going to bring the pain to Tampa Bay. Walter, I'm looking forward to this. Walter, we have some big shoes to fill. We have a lot of important topics that we're going to be speaking on. We have a lot of issues that we are going to be discussing. We're going to be bringing in circuit court judges. We're going to be bringing in federal judges. We're going to be bringing in political candidates. We're going to be bringing in professors, those who have the right aesthetics to help us and grow our platform, and also those who are going to be able to help us move this community forward, because we've been kind of stagnant a couple of times. But again, if you are tuning in for the first time, we're going to be here every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon. We will have a guest every week. We are looking for sponsors for our show. You can either do a sponsorship for the show, for the hour, or you can do a monthly sponsorship. So you can reach out to Walter and myself at area code 813-857-8170. The call-in number for today's show is 813-444-9588. Walter Dunn the third. How you doing, friend?
You know, I'm blessed to be here. Our partnership goes a lot further than radio, y'all. And, I've known Michelle for a long time, and one thing I can say about Michelle is she's always been on her grind. Not a person that's afraid to stand for the truth, not to be afraid to look adversity in his face and find positive solutions. But one thing about us doing this show, y'all, is we want to take the concerns of our community and bring real change. So many times we have a platform, or people are given a platform, and they have a rally or an event, and it's just a feel-good session. The conversation does not move from conversation to action. And being able to have this platform, Michelle and I look forward to hearing your concerns. Like you heard her say, we heard your pleas. Now we're on radio, and we're going to take the people's voice and stay on people to make change in our community. And that's what we're looking for today, to address real issues and bring real change to our community. I'm happy to be here. My name is Walter Dunn for the first-time viewers. I'm a criminal justice advocate, a motivational speaker. I go around to universities all around the country and speak to their criminology department on how important law is, how they are our future leaders, and how they need to make better decisions in the justice system. My fight against injustice is big. For those who know my personal story. So, our platform here today is to grow our population, to grow our viewers, to get supporters, to get people that want to stand behind us and fight for change. And that's what we're going to target. That's what we're going to do. We both feel blessed to be here. I'm excited. Anytime I'm able to be with my sister and speak out, it's just a good time. So happy to be here.
Again, guys, the call-in number for today's show is area code 813-444-9588. You can also follow us in the station on any phone, any network, anywhere by downloading the TuneIn app from your Play Store on your mobile device. You can also look for us at www.intouchnews.com, and you can watch the show live, because I have all these beautiful cameras, all these hot LED lights going on around us. So please, if you're looking, if you have a small business, Miss Michelle is all about encouraging my entrepreneurs, and we are all about the aesthetics of making sure that our people have a platform to advertise. And we know that a lot of small businesses cannot afford to advertise, on the major networks. So I want you to consider the Stay Woke program with myself and Walter, and let us be your voice for your business to get the message out there. You all know I have a huge platform on cross social media, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And I'm just looking forward for you all to reach out to us. If you have questions, concerns, news tips, you can always reach Walter and myself at area code 813-857-8170. Anything that is of concern, if you have a complaint, something that you need Walter and I to get involved with, something that you need us to do research on, we will gladly do those things for you. Walter has become a huge criminal justice advocate in the community, and Walter's going to tell his story at a later date. But today's date, we're just, the reintroduction of Stay Woke. Back in 2008, guys, when I trademarked Stay Woke, it took me a long time, and I didn't want to get away from that. And I'm just like, the program was just immediately, welcomed by the community. I had one of the civil rights attorneys who actually marched with Dr. Martin Luther King here. We're looking forward to just helping our community. We'd like to take the time to give a huge thank to the station owners, Mr. Daryl Johnson and Miss Tampa Bay Tammy, and we want to give a warm hug and a big old juicy sugar kiss to my engineer over here behind the man behind the plan, behind the board. He is running everything for us. So, guys, I'm looking forward to bringing on Dr. Anthony Bobo at 11:45. Dr. Anthony Bobo is going to be with us via Zoom. At 11:45 a.m., we're going to go live on Zoom. So I want you guys to make sure we're going to transfer the show over on Zoom. We're going to be live on the radio still, but we're going to go live on Zoom also so we can talk about the importance of mental health and how the crisis in America has affected you. And Walter and I, we're going to be taking notes because in Walter's journey and on my journey, we have made some good friends in some high, powerful places. And we're just looking forward to getting the information that you all want us to get out with. And so we can just be the best us that we can be to our people. And that's what we're going to do here at our radio program, Stay Woke. Now, Mr. Dunn, back to you. Let me set the stage, guys. Walter, I met his family, 14 and a half years ago now. 14 years ago now. And Walter went through something with a situation with his former wife where she had accused him of domestic violence, and she had accused him of, breaking a hurricane-proof storm door, which means he had to be Gorilla and the Hulk and all the Avengers put together in order to break that door down. But Walter ended up getting a 27-year prison sentence on his head. He did 13 years in prison, and his case was overturned, not because he had some fancy hotshot lawyer to overturn his case. Walter studied the law and overturned his own case behind the prison walls, and he didn't stop there with just helping himself. Walter has reached back on a continual day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, and month to month. Walter, you've been home 7 months now?
7 months.
7 months now he's been home, and not one time has he ignored one phone call to any inmate that has reached out to him and the families when he had his book reveal, his book opening. I was a part of that, and I'm just so thankful. So right now we're going to take a few minutes before we bring on Dr. Bobo for Walter to go into a little bit of depth, Walter, of your story of how it happened, why it happened, how they can contact you via your website for the book, and let them know where they can find the book. And I encourage everyone to buy the book because, Walter, let me tell you something. I done made that book like the Bible to me. That Bible highlighted. That book is highlighted and it is written in. I got notes. And, when people call me, I say, hey, look, you need to reach out to our criminal justice advocate, Walter Dunn. This is where you can find him on walterdunn.com. So, Walter, tell us about this book.
First, I want to say, God is good. For everybody who's listening, sometimes you're going to go through situations in life that you can't explain, or you ask yourself at times, why is this happening to me? But if you stay rooted in your faith, I believe God will reveal your purpose, and you will be able to come out of that situation. You know, 13 and a half years ago, I was in a bad relationship where it was just not working for me. It's a relationship that I want to get out of. It's a relationship that I filed the divorce papers to get removed from the relationship. You know, I was the petitioner, and my ex-wife at the time was going through mental health things and had a suicide attempt. And I protected my children, I protected myself, and was court ordered, you know, to have my home, have my children, and, you know, my ex-wife